It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for allowing us to stream into your home and be a part of your morning or this afternoon or whatever time you're watching, especially during these very challenging and turbulent times that we're living in right now. My promise to you is that the CEO Sales Huddle, which is a meeting with your sales team, will help you not only get a clear sales strategy, but more importantly, be able to focus on your sales structure and your sales system that allows you to generate consistent, predictable, reliable revenue out of your sales department. And every single morning, we get started the exact same way, which is with our philosophy. And our philosophy is success leaves clues. That means if someone else has done it, so can we. So we look at a case study. We look at the challenges that the CEO went through, yes. We look at some of the hurdles they had, yes. And how were they successful, or what lessons can we learn? Because we never stop learning. So let's go and get started this morning with our case study, Nokbox. Now, imagine yourself dealing with the loss of a loved one. It's a challenging time filled with emotions, but what happens when someone is also left to sort out that loved one's belongings and all the paperwork? This was exactly the situation faced by a family when their father passed away in 2021. They found themselves tangled up in a web of responsibility, from notifying family members to handling legal matters. It was like trying to complete a puzzle with missing pieces. It can be very difficult, it can be very challenging, and it can be difficult. So here's an interesting fact. Did you know that 55% of Americans die without a will? And the Fratetta family was a bit luckier because they discovered their father at least had a will. Yet, it was just a small part of the estate puzzle. To manage his bank accounts and investments, they had to track everything down first. Like, where was it? Where did it go? Where did they look? His phone, okay, get the password. His laptop, get the password. Boxes, and there was also a lot of hidden places hidden in the house. It was like a treasure chest hut, but without the fun. Hours turned into days around the kitchen table as they guessed passwords and searched for keys. Doubly frustrating. What did they do when it seemed so almost, I'll say impossible? They created a system. Now, this wasn't just any system, but a way to organize and gather all the scattered pieces of their father's life neatly into what they call Nokbox. They documented everything. They made checklists. They divided the work. This simple sales system can be likened to what businesses do to streamline their own processes. Just as they organize their way through probate, a business can organize its way to have sales strategies that improve revenue. It's all about having the right sales system in place. It's all about having the right sales message in place. It's all about having the right sales strategy in place. Just like with Nokbox when they started, it was making tasks that were easier and effective. What's the big takeaway for you as a CEO? This experience to me highlights the importance of having a structured sales system. Now, we can look at it whether you're organizing an estate or running a business. A solid plan is critical for success. Having a sales system in place is like having a map. It's going to guide you along the journey. You can make the changes, keeping businesses on the right path to grow revenue and reach their goals. It's really the backbone that transforms chaos into clarity. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you. Appreciate you tuning in. And we'd like to get started and share our core philosophy. And our core philosophy as a business is focus on sales. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's so true. Our mantra is focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. In fact, repeat that after me right now. Focus on sales. And there's an obvious reason why we want you to focus on sales for the sales department as a CEO. And that is, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Now, you got to say why. Because sales at the end of the day is a lot of things. But here's why it's so important for you to focus on sales. Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. So without sales, there's always more money pouring out than there is pouring in. That's why we have this meeting every single morning. That's why we have the CEO Sales Huddle. We have it because selling is, at the core, very, very serious business. And then we go and we look at the CEO. What's the responsibility of the CEO? What do we need to do? What should we be looking at? Well, number one, we have a pledge. And the pledge from the CEO to the sales department is learn, earn, and return. And you can repeat these words after me. You have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get old and new clients to return. So you must learn, you must earn, and you must return. Takes us on to the objectives. And we have your meeting in the morning, just like you have it with us. You're like, what's the objective today? Well, the objective doesn't change. Isn't that kind of cool? The objective is always about sales growth. It's about overcoming sales challenges. It's about understanding the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. Sales pillar number 1 is you must have a CEO sales plan. Sales pillar number 2 is you must understand the sales cycle. Sales pillar number 3 is you must have a sales message. And then sales pillar number 4, we do a whole segment on it, is the CEO Sales Dashboard. You can go download that over at www.ceosalesdashboard.com. And number 5 is understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. For those folks that tune in every single morning, I love to say hello to you. I love to connect. Do me a favor. Look right below the video if you're watching live and you're on one of the platforms and you can do this. Go ahead and put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you're in the conversation, you're in the meeting, and boy, are we glad to have you aboard, by the way. And for everyone else that's tuning in, by the way, if you're like, Shay, I can't put hashtag I'm here, I'm watching the replay, then you can go ahead and put hashtag replay. Put hashtag replay. For everyone else on the other side, do me a favor. Let's connect over on social media. You can find me over at I am Che Brown, at I am Che Brown. Once you get there, drop me a DM. Let me know what you enjoy most about what we're doing every day. Now, the question that comes up often is, Shay, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? Well, the CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. We understand you know how to sell. We get that, but our objectives are clear. It's about sales growth. It's about sales accountability, and it's about consistency. You know, there's 2 ways to be successful in life. First, you have to have a commitment. So you have to commit yourself, you're going to do something. But after that commitment comes consistency. You may have heard this before, but how true is it? Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with? They struggle with consistency. So I want you to have the commitment plus the consistency. Now, for those folks that want to know how we do it, well, we take 15 minutes. Every single morning, we have this check-in at the CEO Sales Huddle. The first meeting of the day you have with your sales team to understand what the sales process is. Why is that? Well, there's 1,440 minutes in every day. Never 1,442 minutes, by the way. And this represents 1% of the day. So you're taking 1% of the day, which is 15 minutes, and you're focused on sales, which generates all of the revenue in the business. And we have one outcome, just one outcome. And the outcome is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. You earn an extra $100,000 a month. It's going to your bank account month after month after month because you're focused on the one area, which is sales. Now, you might be saying, well, Shay, that sounds good, but how do I know if I'm there? How do I know if I'm on track? How do I know if I'm off track? What should I be managing? What should I be looking at? What are the key indicators so I can allocate the resources as the CEO? I can allocate the sales processes or build the sales processes as a CEO, or maybe even on the other side as a CEO, I know what human resources, what salespeople I need to put in place. And we built that. It's called the CEO Sales Dashboard. Now, the CEO Sales Dashboard, we'd only used with our private clients in the past. But now we've opened it up to people like yourself. Isn't that kind of cool? And in the CEO Sales Dashboard, we're really looking at 5 indicators. Let me give you those 5 indicators so you have those. It's leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. So when you step back and you say, okay, I got it, Shay. Let me now focus on just one area. And is it leads? Is it appointments? Is it offers? Is it deals? Now, this is the CEO Sales Dashboard. It doesn't exist anywhere else on the planet. You're able to get it here at no cost to you. You can go to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Again, www.ceosaleshuddle.com and download the CEO Sales Dashboard. Just do it now. Now, I'm going to show you an example of it because here it is here. And once you download it, it's an Excel sheet. We kept it simple. It's not locked. That means you can customize it. You can add your product on the side. So you can say, okay, here's product number 1, and here's product number 2, and here's product number 3. And we can measure the performance in these 5 indicators. Now, maybe you add other indicators on there. That's cool, but you only need 5. Now, you focus on these 5, you'll do $1 million a year. You focus on these 5, you'll do $100,000 a month. You focus on these 5, annual revenue will be $1.2 million or above. But it takes the commitment and it takes the consistency. So as we do that, let's step back and let's take a look at that now if we can. So we can be on the same page. So let's look at leads and go over across the top, find today's date, wherever we are, and come down and say, well, how many leads came into my database yesterday? Go ahead and put that down in your notes. Now, how many of those leads were qualified? Today, I want to focus on one area. I want to go look at appointments. And let's just do a deep dive in appointments. And we know that in sales, nothing happens without an appointment. So I want you to go in there and put how many appointments were set yesterday by your sales department. That is a skill set. That's measurable. That's stateable. That's manageable. How many appointments were run by the sales department? That means someone showed up. Now, they could have showed up for a one-to-one appointment. They could have showed up for a one-to-many appointment. They could have showed up for a collaboration appointment. Could have showed up for a referral appointment. And you can put them in the bucket in terms of what product did they show up in. You see, what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And what I discovered is a number of folks just aren't managing or measuring what's going on. But we don't stop there. We don't beat ourselves up. We come to the other side and we say, let's just acknowledge the wins that we have, okay? Let's step back. Okay? We got the numbers. We understand that. But what really, really worked? Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions, their focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So let's ask ourselves 3 questions. Number 1, what are you most proud of for the sales department yesterday? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment in the sales department yesterday? And number 3, what's the one thing you want to brag about? Like, you just can't wait to brag and say, look, this worked really, really well. I'm excited. I'm hot. This is amazing. But every day is not cupcakes, unicorns, and rainbows. It just isn't. There's challenges. There's high highs. There's low lows. Let's go to the other side and look at, what was our biggest roadblock yesterday? Now, seriously, I want you to take a look at your sales department yesterday. This is why you show up for this meeting. This is a meeting with your sales department, and you're having the conversation now. What was the biggest challenge in the sales department yesterday? And you got the 5 indicators from the CEO sales dashboard. What's preventing you today from moving forward? Like, okay, you say, this is what's my roadblock for the sales department. And number 3, as the CEO, what's the one thing you can do? Like, it's all on you. You could do it. If you do it right now, it could move the needle. And no matter how small it is, you get to make that decision. My message of the day is, do small things well, get big results. Do small things well, get big results. You know, small hinges swing really, really big doors. And I want you for a moment to slow down. And I want you to think, okay, I've got this goal. I want to get to $100,000 plus a month. I understand that. What's something small I can do today? What's another win I can do today? I mean, what can I do today to put me in a position that if I do it consistently, it adds up over time? See, I already know you're amazing. I already know you're incredible. I already know you're someone who's just a rock star doing some amazing things. But as the CEO, at the end of the day, we've got to generate the revenue that's necessary to execute the vision we have for the people we will call to serve. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 up in a way. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It's an honor and a privilege to join you. I know you have a lot of choices this morning. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Looking forward to seeing you, well, on the other side. God bless, and keep doing God's work. Peace.